What's up? Nick Stone here. It's time for our favorite thing of the week. First chapter Friday. We're taking it a little maturer this week. I'm going to read from my personal favorite of my novels. This one, odd one out. So here we go. Chapter 1. I, Courtney Aloysius Cooper IV, should be a very sad dude. I should be devastated or pissed or deflated as I let myself into the house next door and climb the stairs to my best friend's bedroom. I should be crushed that less than a month into my junior year of high school, my latest girlfriend kicked me to the curb like a pair of too small shoes. It's ridiculous that I have to stop outside the door to get my act together so best friend won't get suspicious, isn't it? Rubbing my eyes so the whites look a little red, slumping my shoulders, hanging my head, and poking my bottom lip out just the slightest bit so I look sad. Best friend doesn't even look up from her phone when I open the door. Normally, I'd be offended since I did all this work pretending sadness, but right now it's a good thing she keeps her eyes fixed to the little screen. She's sitting at her desk, laptop open, in one of those thin strapped tank tops. Nothing underneath, mind you, and she's got a good bit more going on up there than most girls our age. She's also wearing really small shorts, and she's not small down bottom either. In the words of her poppy, I'll chichis and culo that girl. And I can't not notice. Been trying to ignore her assets since they started blooming, if you will, in 7th grade. Largely because I know she would kick me to the curb if she knew I thought of her that way. But anyway, when I see her sitting there with her light brown skin on display like sun-kissed sand and her hair plopped on top of her head in a messy bun thing, my devastated dump dude act drops like a bad habit. I close my eyes. The image has already seared itself into my memory, but I need to pull myself back together. With my eyes still closed, I cross the room I know better than my own and drop down into the old lazy boy that belonged to my dad. Despite the squeak of the springs in this chair, she doesn't say a word. I crack one eye. No earbuds. There's no way she doesn't realize I'm in here. She smiles at something on her phone, tap, 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 taps around, and literally after 2 seconds, there's the ping of an incoming text. She LOL. I sigh. Loudly, like overly loudly. Tap, 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 tap. You're back early, she says without looking up. You should put some clothes on, Jupe. Last I checked, you're in my domain, peon. Typical. I need to talk to you, I say. So talk. Ping, she reads. Chuckles. Who the hell is she even talking to? I take a deep breath, wrangle a leash onto the green-eyed monster bastard raging within. I can't. She glares over her shoulder at me. Don't be difficult. God, even the stank face is a sight to behold. You're the one being difficult, I say. Oh, well, excuse me for feeling any opposition to you waltzing into my room without knocking and suggesting that I adapt to your uninvited presence. She sets her phone down, thank God, faces her computer and mutters, friggin' patriarchy, I swear. I smile and glance around the room. The unmade bed and piles of clothes, dirty stuff on the floor near the closet, clean in a basket at the foot of the bed. The old TV and VHS player she keeps for my sake since she never uses them when I'm not here, or so she says. The photo on her dresser of me, her, my mom, and her dad's on vacation in Jamaica 6 years ago. The small tower of community service and public speaking certificates and plaques stacked in the corner that she just hasn't gotten around to hanging on the walls. I'll never forget my first time being in here 10 years ago. She was 6 and I was 7. And a week after Mama and I moved in next door, Jupe dragged me into this domain of hers because she wanted to know more about my sadness. She knew we'd moved because my dad died. I told her that the day we met. But this was the day I hit her with the details. He was killed in a car crash and he'd been out of town and I hadn't gotten to say goodbye. Still hate talking about this. I cried and cried on her bed and Jupe wrapped her skinny arms around me and told me everything would be okay. She said she knew all about death because her bunny Migsy got uterine cancers and the vet couldn't save her. And she told me that after a while it wouldn't hurt so bad, but I'll be your friend when it hurts the most, Courtney. And there she is, Jupiter Charity Sanchez at her computer with her grass green fingernails, 3 studs in each ear, and a hoop through her right nostril, likely organizing some community event to bring sustenance and smiles to the local homeless, or a boycott of some major retailer in protest of sweatshop conditions in Sri Lanka. Jupe, my very, very best friend in the universe. Force, firebrand, future leader of America, I'm sure. This is home. She is home. Did you pull together a donation for the Carl's Closet clothing drive like I asked you to, loser? She says. See? I forgot, I reply. She shakes her head. So unreliable. Ping! She snorts when she reads this time. Who are you texting? I ask as she taps out her response. If you must know, her name is Rae. Rae? Rae. She's new. Just moved here. Why don't I know her? She's technically a sophomore. So why do you know her? What's with the 3rd degree, Coop? She turns back to her computer. I grab a pair of bald socks from the clean clothes basket and lob it at her head. Bingo! Excuse you! She spins her chair to face me fully, which I assure you is a blessing and a curse. She's cold. Needless to say, my mind is no longer on this Rae person. In fact, quite thankful for the blanket Jupe keeps draped over the back of the lazy boy. Down over my lap it goes. Thanks for nothing, basketball shorts. I lean my head back and close my eyes. So cold. Good Lord. Please put some clothes on, Jupiter. I absolutely will not, she says. If you'd not, I would have had a chance to put some clothes on, but you didn't. So suck it up. I open my eyes to scowl at her. Phone's to the side, and she's typing away on the laptop with her nose in the air. So this is war, apparently. You're refusing? It's my room, asshole. Fine. I move the blanket. You don't want to put clothes on? You'll have to deal with me sitting here with a tent in my shorts. What? She looks at me. I point to my lap. Oh my God. She leaps from the chair, bumps the desk, phone falls to the floor, bonus, and runs into her closet. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I hate you, Jupe says, poking her head out the door while she finishes dressing. I laugh. No, for real. She reappears in ratty sweatpants and the baggiest sweater I've ever seen, plops down in her desk chair, and shoots knives at me from her honey-colored eyes. I really, for real, hate you. I can't believe you just wielded your wand. Pure biology, Jupe, I say. It's nothing personal, which is true for the most part. You're such an ass. Nah, I tuck my hands behind my head. Have I mentioned I love winning? Just hope that phone doesn't ping again. No clue who this Rae is, but I'm not okay with some girl distracting my best friend while I'm sitting right here. God, what I wouldn't give to knock that shit-eating grin off your face, she says. Admit it, Jupiter, your love for me runs as wide and as deep as all the oceans combined. Oh my God, another eye roll. What are you doing here again? Huh? Here, she says. Why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be on a date? Oh, right, that. Sigh for effect, and then, Jupe, I need the jam. The jam is this song and dance ritual Jupe and I do every time I get dumped, which happens more often than I care to admit. You're not even serious right now, she says. The jam, Jupiter. Coop, it hasn't even been a month. What the hell happened? Cue the jam! She shakes her head and reaches for the laptop. You're unbelievable, she says, shifting her fingers around on the touchpad and clicking a few times before looking over at me. You ready for verse 2? Oh, I will be. As the opening bass solo kicks off, I have a brief flashback to my first time in this exact position. Shady McGrady had broken up with me, and back then, a full 2 years ago, I was actually upset about it. I came to Jupe, and to make me feel better, she played the song now thumping against my eardrums. Jupe's been obsessed with Queen since we were little. The only thing she does have on display in her room is a poster of Freddie Mercury on her closet door. So I'd heard the song 1,000 times, but hadn't thought of it as a breakup jam until that moment. First chorus. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. After the last another one bites the dust, I leap up from the lazy boy as Jupe leaps up from her desk chair, and we land side by side for our burst to dance break. Arms thrown wide, head thrown back, cross arms over chest, then drop into a squat. Look left, then right, then left, then right, jump up, cross the feet, and spin to face the back. Right hand on right butt cheek, left hand on left butt cheek, bend up at the waist and shake, shake, shake. Right foot forward, pivot to the front, make a gun with your finger, shoot a shot, high five. As the chorus plays again, I wrap an arm around Jupe's waist and pull her down into the chair with me. I squeeze her tight, set my chin on her shoulder, and sigh. She's always so cozy. And then there's the ping. She tries to get up. Not happening. Yeah, no. I hold on for dear life. I'm in distress. Rae can wait. She sighs and relaxes. Thank you, I say. So what happened? She lays her arms on top of mine. I could stay like this forever, side note. You, I say. Me? You. Again. Unfrickin' believable. She moves my arms so she can get up, and I let her this time. What is with these girls? They just can't get past you, Jupes. Neither can I, obviously, but of course I don't say that. It's ludicrous. She sits back at her laptop. They do know I'd rather sleep with them than you, right? So that stings. It shouldn't, of course. The only closet Jupe's ever been in is the one where she just changed her clothes. But it does. Hope she's not planning to sleep with this Rae. I clear my throat. Doesn't seem to matter, Jupe. They feel threatened. She shakes her head. So what did this one say? Something to the effect of, there's obviously something going on between you two and it's disgusting. Wait. She spins in her chair again and cocks her head. How exactly would that be disgusting? Heteronormative is still very much normative. I know, because she says that all the time, even though it's redundant. I'm sure she was trying to make herself feel better. What can I say, Jupes? Despite your preferences, these girls can't seem to handle the fact that I have a gorgeous female best friend. Don't call me gorgeous, Coop. It's weird. It's true. Sorry. Well, sorry it didn't work out, she says. This one was pretty hot, too. Amazing waist-to-hip ratio. True. Did you two, She makes a sound like a popping cork with her lips. So crude. No, Jupiter. Still saving it for me, huh? With a wink. About that. I pledged my virginity to Jupe when we were in 7th grade after having real sex ed for the first time. Her response? Ew, Coopy. Gross. And no, I haven't broken said pledge despite the fact that Jupe's only ever been into girls and it will likely never happen. Notice I said likely. Yes, I'm an idiot. Guessing she can see the idiocy on my face or something because now she's laughing, which makes my stomach hurt. And now I feel like a punk ass. Do I realize it's dumb to have secret feelings for my lady-loving best friend and to want said best friend to be my first sexual intercourse experience? Yes, but being reminded of the dumbness doesn't make me feel very good. Where I was pretending to be sad before, there is genuine sadness now. This sucks, Jupe. Of course she thinks I'm talking about the breakup. She pokes her lip out and then gets up and comes over to pull me out of the chair. You need a cuddle, Courtney Cooper, she says. We walk over to her bed and I lie down on my back. She burrows underneath my arm, lays her head on my chest with her nose tucked right beneath my chin, and drapes an arm over my waist and a thigh over my thigh. Better, she asks. This is what I came here for. This is why when the girl whose name is already fading from my memory told me she was done with me, I breathed a sigh of relief. I've gone almost a month without this. Even if my best friend is gay, being all cuddled up with her while I have a girlfriend is obviously a no-go. But now that I'm free, I get to have this again. I peek at her forgotten phone under the desk and exhale all my troubles away. Let her oh-so-Jupiter scent, which right now is all mine, carry me off. Yes, I say, much better. It won't always be this way, Coopy, Jupe says. One day you'll meet the girl of your dreams and the two of you will fit together like puzzle pieces. No more getting dumped. I smile and kiss her forehead the exact same way I did when we lay like this for the first time 9 years ago. 2nd grade, Jupe was 7 and I was 8, and I came into her room one day and found her sobbing in her closet. When she told me what had happened, some dickwad 5th grader had called her a dumb dyke, I asked if she needed a cuddle because, duh, cuddles are the supreme cure for all forms of malaise. Fact, I was bigger than the mini bigot, always been one of the biggest kids in school, so I kicked his ass the next day and totally got suspended. It was worth it considering Jupe hasn't heard a homophobic slur since. The rest, as they say, is history. What can I say, Jupey? I tell her. You win some, you lose some.